What's up, everybody? What's up? Stuck in traffic. We're not going nowhere, so we can do what we do here. Boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, I wanted to come on because I am slightly upset. Not slightly, I am upset. I'm very upset. As a parent who has a teenager, it boggles my mind when a parent addresses kids and tells them what they're doing is incorrect, and another adult, if you will, tells the parent they need to be careful and they need to not get themselves worked up. So here's a scenario. I stop at a local Dunkin' Donuts in Queens, which is often frequented by high school kids, right? In the mornings. They pack that place out. They're loud, they're vaping, they're doing all kinds of things, right? Going live on TikTok, doing their TikTok dances, yada, yada, yada. This one particular morning, I got so aggravated. You want to know why I got aggravated? Because the kids are smoking weed, they're rolling up, they have their little weed paper. It's everywhere. I mean, like, they are making a complete mess. Paper on the floor. And the people behind the counter at this coffee shop, they're women. They're of a certain ethnicity. They're afraid of these Afro-American kids. And I hate to put it over this way, but this is what it is. So I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm walking in to get my coffee and I'm smelling weed and it's loud and it's like, I don't even, it seems like we're on a school trip and we're going to the coffee shop because everybody's in the coffee shop. Everybody's smoking, vaping or smoking weed. Everybody's carrying on. So I'm like, I said, excuse me. I said to three of them, because a lot of them had filed out when they saw me. So the three that remained, I said to them, I said, excuse me, would you leave your house like this? Would you roll up the weed paper or whatever the hell y'all using to smoke the weed and just leave the debris all over the place? Would you just leave all this stuff here? Would you leave all the paper on the floor in your house? Oh, but that's not me. Why you I said, no. I said, because you hanging out with the rest of them and you're a part of their whole situation. So yeah, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to yell at you because I'm a mother and I'm concerned about the kids in my community. Because there comes a point in time where we have to be our brother's keeper. There comes a time where we have to operate like a community. And I am speaking for the African American community. If I see a African American boy or girl going wrong, or if I see a Caucasian boy or girl doing something stupid, I am going to call them on it. I'm that parent. I'm that person, right? Hence my name is Serious Voice. So I ain't going to keep my mouth shut. And this morning I aggravated them until they ran the hell about the store. And the lady that owned the store said, thank you. They do this every day. And I know they do that every day because I go to and I often see a brother comes in, African American brother. He was like, Miss, you need to calm down. You get yourself too worked up over these kids. So who's getting worked up over our kids? Who should get worked up over our kids? We should wait until they get locked up, then we get worked up. Then we gonna call the pastor. We gonna call the evangelist. No, we need to get worked up now. We need to get worked up now about our kids. We don't wait until when they get locked up, caught with all kinds of drugs and paraphernalia. When the school calls and says your son or your daughter been cutting class for the past 2 months. Oh, that's what we waiting for? Listen, I'm so worked up right now. I was ready to drag every one of them out of that coffee shop. They slowly moved out when they saw me. When I opened my mouth and they started to hear me, then one of them was like, why are you talking to me? I said, yeah, I'm talking to you because you still in here. You should be in school. The followed him because they know damn well they need to be in school. They got no business being in a coffee shop 8 o'clock in the morning talking about they vaping and smoking weed. I want to know what parent thinks it's okay for their kids to pull up at a Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or whatever and just smoke weed, and other parents are around and don't say nothing and they find that okay. I want to know. Cause like if my son start acting wild and crazy and doing the same thing, I would hope that an adult would say, hey, Chris, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be in school. The one adult that walked in, the male adult walked in, he's like, oh, sis, you getting yourself too worked up over these kids. You need to be careful. I said, this is the problem with our community. We want to be careful when we should be angry. We should be upset. We should be like, I'm not even joking. If a parent thinks it's okay for these kids to run up in the coffee shop and vape all morning long when they should be in school, they not gonna amount, your kid ain't amounting to nothing. If you think that's okay, your child, your boy, your girl is not going to amount to anything if you gonna let them do that. I ain't letting mine do that. And if I see one of yours, I ain't letting them do it either. You gonna have to come to me and tell me to calm down. It's outrageous. It is so outrageous. I said to myself, what if the owners of this coffee shop had called the cops on all these kids? Right? What if one of them got caught with large amounts of weed? Yes, smoking weed is legal, but when you have large amounts, you know what that means. What if? I just put the what if out there. Now, I don't plan to go back to that coffee shop because they might very well want to retaliate against me, which I get. It was about 50 of them. I was just so upset and so concerned with what was going on. I had to open my mouth this morning. And I'm still upset about it. And I wanted to come on here and pose the question, would you allow someone else's child to behave badly in public and not say anything? As an adult, the adults that are watching, would you allow your child to publicly behave badly and not say anything at all? So all I'm saying is, let's be our real brother's keeper, because we always talk about, oh, we are brother's keeper. Oh, we part of the village. We support the people in the village. All of this is great. It sounds really, really good. But the execution is not there. And when I went to execute today, a brother in the community, in the village, said to me, you're getting worked up for no reason. You need to stop getting worked up over these kids. That's because I care about the kids, not just my kid, but I care about everybody's kid. And I want to see them have a bright future. But if we're going to allow our children to behave like this on a regular basis, they are not going to have a bright future. They are going to be in and out of jail. They won't be able to blend into society and be responsible individuals working in society, making a legal living. They will have to do all kinds of thug exploits in order to get by because they didn't want to discipline themselves enough to go to school, to sit down in class, listen to what the teacher was saying, go through the process that everybody else had to go through. I'm just saying, I find it to be very odd. We always talk about support, 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 community, community, community. Brother comes in talking about, oh, you getting yourself worked up over these kids. Don't do that. That right there drove me crazy. That drove me crazy. Back in the day, when I was growing up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, If I did something in my apartment building, everybody knew. If I did something in the village, in the community, everybody knew. Back home in Guyana, if I engaged unseemly, I would hear about it from my teachers. I would hear about it from my neighbors. Then I'd have to go home and hear about it again from my family. So why is it that we talk all this good talk in America, but we really do not operate like a community? What I saw this morning was so despicable and disgusting. Here are our future, the supposed future doctors and lawyers and whatnot, and they're hanging out in the coffee shop smoking weed at 8 o'clock in the morning, when we damn well know in New York City, 8 o'clock you're supposed to be in your first period class. Or moving from first period to second period, because some people start at 7. So I don't know why you at a coffee shop smoking weed at 8 o'clock in the morning. I know why I'm there getting coffee and heading to work. But I don't know why you there. And they got mad at me. One boy was like, I ain't the one that left that paper there and all the stuff from the cigarette and da-da-da-da-da. I said, I don't care if you didn't do it, but you were part of it, because you ain't saying nothing to them. You not opening your mouth. The fact that you're present means that you're in agreement. And when the cops come and pull them, they're gonna grab you, because you're a part of that whole situation. Yep. I hope I woke somebody up today, because this voice was not silent this morning. It was not silent. I told somebody, kid, they needed to get to school. Yep, and I said it like their mother and their father was saying, their auntie them was saying, and their grandma was saying. I wasn't nice. I wasn't soft. I wasn't cutesy. I wasn't demure. Because you cannot be cutesy with these kids today. You got to be very direct, very stern, because how else are they going to learn? You got to drive fear into these kids, because they don't understand. A cop could pull up anytime and drag you off. That starts your whole record and your downward spiral. Nobody wants to give an internship to a teenager who has a record. Nobody wants to give an opportunity to a teenager who has a weed problem. I'm just saying. So the black dude that walked in telling me, oh sis, you getting yourself worked up, or you need to stop getting yourself worked up. So who the hell is getting over our kids? Tell me. I want to know. Somebody tell me who's getting worked up over our kids. I'm waiting to hear from that one. Cloak, let me know. Who? Should we wait on another race to be telling our kids how they should operate and they should go to school? Ain't nobody care. This is the point. They're in a coffee shop that's not being run by African Americans, and all the people are saying, oh, I got 50 kids in here, so I'm filling my pockets. I'm not going to chase them out. But then when I opened my mouth and I told the kids that their behavior was disrespectful and they needed to go to school, they made a mess of the place. Then she turned and said, oh, thank you for saying something. I said, no, it's not even about that. I said, I want you to know that people in our race are not dogs. We are not dogs. We are not animals. We don't train our kids to be animals. We don't train our kids to be dogs. Our kids are respectable. This behavior is not what, and I can bet you 150%, their mother and their father never trained them to do that crap. That's all I'm going to say. So I had to open my mouth. And the dude was slightly like threatening me. Oh, you better be careful how you open it. I said, listen, I'm representing for the community today. Let me talk. Because if their mother was here, their mother would pull them up and embarrass them. If their father was here, their father would slap them up real good. So I was representing for the parents today. Pardon me if I'm upset. If I sound like I'm, you know what I'm saying? And I told the woman, I told the owner, who's a Middle Eastern woman, her head covered, she's Muslim. I said, listen, I have a 16-year-old son. If I saw him coming into a coffee shop like this, doing what these kids did, I would want a parent to pull him up too. I would want them to chase him out the damn store and tell him to get to school, get to class. I would challenge them. And that's what we need to do with our kids today. We got to challenge our kids. Nobody's challenging our kids. And if we, as the Black community, do not challenge our kids, we cannot expect the Asian community, the Caucasian community, the Latino community to challenge them. We can't expect somebody else to challenge them when we're not doing it ourselves. How wild is that? Expecting someone else to take ownership and challenge our kids. We got to take responsibility for our kids. That's what I'm saying. We have to be our brother's keeper. So if you in a store and you see a kid doing something stupid, be like, yo, young king, yo. You pull them aside and say, listen, this is not the kind of behavior the young kings engage in. Or it could be a young lady and she cursing up and doing crazy stuff in a coffee shop. You just gonna let her do that? Are you gonna turn the blind eye? Every time we turn the blind eye, you think about it, it was about 50 plus kids in that Dunkin' Donuts this morning that I walked into, right? You had maybe 5 or 6 adults, and every last one of them kept sucking their teeth and rolling their eyes because they didn't like what they saw. But nobody opened their mouth to say a damn thing. Nobody said, yo, this is wild. I need y'all kids to go to school. Nobody said anything. They were too concerned with their bagel and their coffee. And that's the thing that drove me crazy. I'm sorry. If I had gotten shot today by one of these kids, because I don't know, they look like they might be gang affiliated too. I don't know. I'm just saying. Then I wouldn't, listen, I'd be like, you know what? And I did it for a good cause. Would I take a bullet for my son? Yes, I would. I did it for a good cause. I'm not saying you should go out there and act stupid because, you know, I got my stuff and I left the store quickly after I done said what I said. I just wanted to drive some fear in them. I wanted the reality to hit them. That's what I wanted. And I think it hit because they all left the store. One after the other, they filed out and they left. And it's just ridiculous to me. The one kid who had the mouth to talk back to me, listen, he don't even know I would have dragged him straight to school. I might look simple and like I can't do nothing, but people just don't know. I'm from Brooklyn. Every last one of us, we ready to go anytime. Anytime we ready to square up. So, and yeah, I'm a Christian woman, but I'm gonna show you what this Christian woman got. So he opened his mouth. That wasn't me. Why are you talking to me? I'm like, if you don't shut your little butt up, that wasn't me. So why are you still in the store? He had no reason for being in that store. He wasn't buying nothing. He wasn't getting no breakfast. They just hanging out. And this is the thing. The coffee shop is not owned by African Americans. So these people that own the coffee shop don't give a damn if your sons and daughters are in there smoking weed. They will let them be in there smoking weed as long as they get their $2 for coffee and get their $5 for the lattes. Now this is the sad part. This is the sad part. And this is what I'm saying. We cannot expect other people to be responsible for our kids. We as a community need to be responsible for our kids. That's why I'm on here making noise. That's why I'm on YouTube making noise. The message is we need to be our brother's keeper, our sister's keeper. So if you're on the train, on the bus, walking down the street, and you see one of these kids going off, say something. They say all the time, when you see something, you say something. But too often, I find that when we see something, we don't say nothing. We don't say, we go home and tell our family members, hey, so-and-so and so. We don't ever take it upon ourselves to open our mouth and say something. There's a way to address kids. You can address kids in a respectful way, and some of them will listen. And then you got to judge because others are very thugged out and you got to get thuggish with them. You got to match their energy. So when I came out today, I was matching their energy. I wasn't acting like no calm, Sister Brigitte, da-da-da-da-da. No. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, and I told them to get the hell up out the Dunkin' Donuts. And the three of them that were left, I asked them if they would leave their house looking like that, and they felt offended. They were very much offended, and I wanted them to be offended. I wanted them to be convicted because it's foolishness. It's pure foolishness. We had to go. I mean, granted, there were times where everybody had their 1 day or 2 days where they cut, but you knew you had to be in school. Everybody had to be in school. If you're going to go crazy in school where you belong, where there are certain protections in the school for you, but you outside, anything can happen to you. You rolling up in a Dunkin' Donuts. It's just crazy. And you don't see these things happening in the other people's communities, only in our communities. Only in our communities. You only get this in our communities because we allow it. Yep. So I come with their language and they understand. I'm never going back to that coffee shop again though, because I don't want nobody to retaliate. I ain't stupid now. But I might even go as far as writing a letter to the owners of Dunkin' Donuts and mentioning that particular location. Because I'm not a fan of that. Why should our kids be subjected to that? No, they need to be told to get out of the store and go to school. Go to school. And I'm sure their parents probably got 3-4 jobs trying to put freaking clothes on their backs and sneakers, the expensive sneakers on their feet. And this is what they do. They cut in school, wearing all their fancy gear, smoking weed. Like, y'all don't know how this aggravates me. Y'all don't even know how this aggravates me to the core. There's just too much going on in this world and too many the opportunities are far and few for our black brothers and sisters, these kids. And I find that we come into this world already at a disadvantage. Already at a disadvantage. Everybody else start 10 steps ahead. We're already at a disadvantage. So when I see stuff like this, man, I turn into a different creature. Y'all do not want to see me. I turn into a completely different creature. I turn into a mad woman because I don't like it. I want to see all of our sons and daughters excel. I want to see them get to the next level. I want to see them become the next presidents, the next, elected official, the next doctor, the next lawyer. I don't want to see what this can amount to. Not going to school. It's crazy. All right, so I had to get that off my chest. I really did have to get that off my chest. I mean, am I crazy, y'all? Am I crazy? I care about our kids. I really do. Yeah. So that's what happened today. That's what got me worked up. I'm gonna let it go. I'm a woosah. and just let it all go, because I'm not taking that with me to the job. I am just not. And the worst part of them all, they made my coffee wrong. The freaking coffee was wrong. I asked the guy for a French vanilla latte. I don't know what he gave me. This was some weird stuff. All wrong. But anyhow, we've got to be active participants in our And we can't just go on social media and say, oh, we do this, we support the village. I hear that a lot. I hear it a lot. And it boggles my mind the amount of times when we actually really do need support from the village, but the village does not show up. What the village does is they pull their camera out and they say, this is what's going on in the community. Instead of putting the phone away and talking to these kids and talking to these men and women, no, they want to turn it into a spectacle. It becomes a spectacle. And a way for them to get likes and views and comments. So I am simply saying, let's do this thing for real and support our communities for real. There are a lot of people who have platforms in the African American community, and they do a lot of things on social media, but I wonder if they were in my situation this morning, if they would have done the same thing, or if they would have gotten their coffee and walked out. That's what I wonder. Cloak said we need to stand up and raise our village, and the village need to collectively get off the phones. Yep, exactly. The reason why ratchetness is at an all-time high on TV, on social media, is because that's what we support. We support ratchet. But if we stop supporting the what is that? What's that website? It's a hip-hop website. And at one point, all they posted was just black people fighting. I forgot what it's called. But if we stop supporting the ratchet, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be fine. It's not good for us. And in the long run, it tears away at the strength of our community. It tears away at the moral compass of it tears away at our community, period. And people continually have disrespect for our community. Because if we allow our kids to, how do you think everybody else views our children if we allow them to engage in this activity? And I'm not saying, yeah, World Star is one of the #1 contributors to our culture, to the downgrading of our culture. One of the #1 contributors. I'm not a fan of World Star. The fact that we continually support them says a lot about who we are. We like ratchet. We like sensationalism. What can I say? Because if we liked positive, enriching, good stuff, it would be different. But we don't. I went to school for this stuff, and they always said sensationalism is at the top. You want to do well, make it sensational. So, yeah. But outside of that, I'm having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day. Oh my God. So I decided that I want to give you guys an update. I'm moving from this serious topic to not so much serious topic, but I've decided to change my hair and go back to my faux locks, because as an artist, I feel like that would be the best way to represent me. So I've talked to a few people about it. So when you guys see me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and beyond, I will be wearing my faux locks again. My locks. I'm bringing my locks back. Yes. That's one thing. I told you guys about the industry party that I have Friday, and it turned out the industry party's in the middle of the damn day. So, yeah. It's in the middle of the day, Friday, 2 p.m. Yay. And then Saturday, we got the Morbies end of year celebration, which is like all night Saturday into the wee hours of the morning, because there's an after party. And it's going to be at Sleepwalk Lounge in Bushwick, Brooklyn, New York. So Yes, I'm going back to my locks. Remember my locks? Going back to my locks. Yep. Yep. Actually, when I took my locks out, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God!" Industry. Yep. It's at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. And things happen. They don't just happen at night. Things happen during the day. So I'm excited. I'm trying to put together my outfit for that. I don't know. All I know is I'm wearing some white high top Nikes, and yeah, it's likely to be some kind of bomber jacket. But yeah, I'm gonna be comfortable and cute. That's it. Comfortable and cute. So, but yeah, this is a big weekend, and I'm not sure if I can take people with me to the industry party. So I've got to figure out how to capture content while I'm at the industry party. So, Cloak, you know the struggle. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna pull that whole thing off. I don't even know. I don't know. My friend is telling me I need to take a tripod, I need to get a light, all this stuff they're telling me, and I'm like, who's doing all of that when I gotta get on the microphone and rap? I'm gonna be more focused on my lyrics and my presentation versus the capturing of my presentation. Like I'm not trying to spend too much time thinking about video footage.
Upcoming traffic ahead due to hazards. You're still on the fastest route.
I might just have to beg somebody in the building, hey, can you just capture this for me? Yeah, I might just have to do that, because to be honest, I don't want to be focused on video footage when I'm trying to figure out what song I'm performing. What am I performing? So there you have that. Yeah, I'm looking to see a lot of people at the industry party, just shaking some hands, just leaving an impression, because that's what it's about, right? Leaving an impression on people. But yeah. God, I feel like I already had the first half of the day because I got myself so worked up with these kids. And I can't even drink this coffee. I gotta do something to this coffee to make it drinkable. I almost want to go back, but yeah, I've been driving for a while, so I don't plan to go back. I don't plan to go back at all. Yes, guys. Yeah. So, So here's my other question. What song do you guys think I should perform at this industry party? Because some people told me I should do Brooklyn Dreams. Other people told me Back to Basics. I don't know. What do you think, Chloe? I'm trying to figure out what exactly I should do. I think I might do Brooklyn Dream just cause the crowd is gonna be like a hip hop crowd that appreciates old school blending with new school vibe kind of deal. So, excuse me. Yeah, I think that'll work. What y'all think? Just let me know. Drop a comment below. But outside of all of that, guys, we're gonna have a blessed day. I got to do some trainings today. Yeah. In a couple of hours, I have some trainings to engage in. So I have some people coming to my trainings, and that's what I do during the day. I train, I coach, I audit, I talk. Do a lot of talking. But yeah, I think I don't know. I also thought about Immaculate. I also thought about I've been here. I've been here. But what you looking for is right here. That chicken with the bars, right here. So cold with the tongue, right here. I've been here. Oh, you want that hot sauce? Oh, you think I'm lost because I don't give in. I can't floss because I don't sin. I ain't boss. This queen been here, moving silent here. Reposition my crown, show 'em still here. When fans fell off, my day ones took off. They tried to block moves, acting like the voice of Stu. When this one drop, you see how grown do. Never mad at y'all, I just pray for y'all. I step and move on, I keep my lights on. My MO has never been about quitting. No matter what's on the menu, I'm still eating. I've been here. Yeah, I thought about that because it's a hype song. It's a hype song. People like hype. But I also thought about Brooklyn Dreams because it's kind of like my backstory and all the people that I grew up listening to, and I'm paying homage to them. People like MC, like Queen Latifah, Wu-Tang, Method Man, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole crew from back then, from back in the 90s, East Coast, the East Coast vibe. Yeah, this whole thing started with a dream. Shoestring budget, pipe dreams. Guess you could call me a pipe fiend. I wasn't always waiting on a rock stream. I just had a gift, apply to me. I'm from the BK, know what I mean? Like, I love it. I love it. Like I tell people all the time, I do not record music unless I like it. Like Dear Mike. If you guys have heard Dear Mike, you know. I was having fun on Dear Mike. I was having a lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun on Dear Mike. And I will continue to have fun creating music, because if you can't have fun creating music, then what's the point of create music? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're being held to a contractual agreement and people are like, we need you to crank out 20 albums or 10 albums or 5 albums, whatever the case might be. People are telling you need to crank it out, so you just get in there and you get it done. And you're really kind of numb to what's going on, right? But my other thing is, yep, I'm going to create what I love. 2025, already started 2025. Y'all going to get some projects this year. I said projects. I didn't say a project. I said projects. So just look out. Y'all gonna get some stuff this year. Y'all gonna get a whole lot more than y'all got in 24 or 23. I want to create a whole lot more. I want to create in a more freer sense. I'm just gonna create, and whatever label you guys put on it, that's on y'all. Because it ain't on me. I'm just the artist reflecting, right? Right, Chloe? I'm going to create. I'm putting my head down. I'm creating. Already started putting my head down and creating. So I got some stuff that I'm working on for 25. Like we got Rockstar. I love that joint. And I'm actually thinking about putting some features on there, like to amplify the song. But really, when I create, I don't create with other people in mind by saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this feature and that feature. I create based off of the message, based off of what I'm trying to convey to other people. And Rockstar is really saying that we are all rock stars if we are children of Christ. So you need to shine. Like, you can't be a rock star and nobody knows about you. Nobody knows about the goodness of God. You never told nobody he's good. You never invited nobody to the building. You never prayed for nobody. You never encouraged nobody. Then what are you then? You ain't a rock star. There's no such thing as a well, you know how people say hidden gem is a hidden gem, but gems cannot be hidden because nobody wants to hide a gem. They want to wear a gem. They want to showcase a gem. Think of it that way. As a believer, you got to be a rock star. You got to showcase what you got. What is the whole point of you saying that you're a Christian? What's the whole point? And the Bible says that we are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. We add salt to the meat to preserve the meat. So we are supposed to be preserving the earth, preserving people, showing them how to walk like a Christian, right? If we're not being salt, then we ain't no good. If we're not being light, then it's just dark. I hope y'all get that one. I just said a whole lot. We are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Salt of the earth and the light of the world. Anytime a room is dark and you turn that switch on, guess what happens? It illuminates immediately, right? Anytime somebody who's a Christian walks into a dark place, they should light up that place. People should run to you and say, where do you get your peace from? How come you're always so happy, so joyful, always smiling, always got a positive word? Where does that come from? If nobody's asking, then I don't know. We got to spread the word. We got to spread the word. We got to spread the word. So like I said, I'm going to be creating in 2025. I'm going to be dropping. It is my desire that y'all will be copying. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it just did. I'm going to be dropping. It's my desire that y'all be copying. I'm just going to release. And that's it. I'm just going to be releasing what I have inside of me and what God has dropped in me. So some things are, some subject matter is not, certain subject matter is not going to be fun and nice and calm and cool. Like, I'm going to be creating a song about BBLs. And I have women who are mad at me because they feel like I'm like, because I'm anti-BBL. I'm not anti-BBL. I am not anti-women looking their best. I'm the furthest from that. I love it when my sisters look amazing, look great. And I will compliment them on how great they look. Because I take my time into getting myself to look a certain way. So, you know, that's hypocritical. But what I don't like is when we give in to the pressures of the industry and then we feel like we got to get these BBLs. Okay, I understand you get one BBL, but honey, do you got to get 2, 3, 4 BBLs? You got to get 4 different surgeries to get it right? Then it ain't ever going to get right if it wasn't gotten right the first time. And if we've got to get 2 BBLs for people to listen to our lyrics, then we might need to stop rapping. And I said that. We might need to stop rapping if you got to get 2 BBLs for people to listen to your lyrics. Because clearly your lyrics ain't where it should be to begin with. So you got to get people's attention on your derriere. And that's sad. I mean, y'all tell, what are we doing, buddy? This dude is in my lane and ain't driving, and he looked like he was in the other lane. I don't even know what's going on out here. These people wild. These people wild. Anyhow, yeah, like, so I'm gonna be doing a song about BBLs, and a lot of people don't like that. When I told some people that I was gonna do it, they don't like my stance and blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to continue to create. And if Spike Lee thought it was, and this was like 7, 8 years ago, Spike Lee created an episode for She's Gotta Have It on Netflix that focused on a female dancer getting BBLs. And it made her sick to the point where she was near death. If Spike Lee thought it was important enough to include that subject matter in his show, his episodic for She's Gotta Have It, then why is it that an independent rapper cannot talk about BBLs? Because I think we need to talk about BBLs. We need to talk about BBLs. We need to talk about other things as well. Because there are a lot of women dying from these BBL surgeries, and half of these people that are performing these BBL surgeries are not using the right equipment. I don't know what they putting in these women's butts, whether it's cement or whatever, but it's not the right stuff, and we are killing ourselves. And ladies, I know you want to look good for your man. I know you want to feel good about yourself, but this might not be the way, because you're putting your life on the line. So, hey, you know, we can't, when it comes to our health, we can't choose the cheaper option. Oh, I'm going to fly to Puerto Rico and get a BBL. Do you know who that doctor is? Have you done your homework on that doctor? So, listen, it's coming. When I start dropping, I'm just gonna be dropping one after the next, after the next, after the next. Y'all gonna get sick of me. Prepare to get sick of me in 2025, because that's what's going down. Because I'm getting myself into this this mental space where I'm just gonna be creating. And when you get to that place, you don't want to stop the creative process. You just want to keep flowing. Of course, you take time, you know, here and there to recoup and get yourself going. But for the most part, as an artist, you have to create consistently, because if you say you stop writing for a year, 2 years, well, guess what happens? It becomes difficult to get back to that place. So you got to keep that pen sharp, right? Right, Chloe? Got to keep the pen sharp. Yep. So I am almost at my destination. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man. Y'all been cool this morning. Y'all came on and listened to me rant about other people's kids. I swear, like, I'm genuinely concerned about children, like all the children of this country. I'm genuinely concerned. I'm not gonna sit here and, because there was one point where I wanted to have 5 kids. I don't know why, but I wanted to have 5 kids. God, thank you, I didn't have 5 kids. Because if I had 5 kids, ain't no way I'd be on here talking to y'all. I'd be taking care of them 5 kids. And I wouldn't be Serious Voice if I had 5 kids. I'ma just put it that way. So, but I appreciate the one that I got, and all the others that have been my children way before I had this one, all the others that I nurtured. I might not have given birth to them, but I nurtured them, I took care of them, I supported them, and you know, they know who they are. They're out there doing what they do, and I consistently pray for them to continue to be blessed and covered by the Lord. But in 2025, we just gonna move forward, man. Yeah, we do need the village to continually care about our shorties. And that's my message. That's what I push. I don't just talk Bible, holy God, but I'm a very realistic, practical person. And to be honest, if Jesus Christ was on this earth today, do you think he would have walked into a Dunkin' Donuts and watched them kids and said nothing? Man, he would have tore that place apart. So why should I be silent? Tell me, why should I be silent? I refuse to be silent. My name is Serious Voice. My name is Serious Voice. And I'm going to use my voice. I'm going to use my voice. At all costs, I'm going to use my voice. When I see fit, I'm going to use my voice. Because that's what it's been given to me for. To be used, to be opened, not to be silent. Right? So I will see you guys later. I'm about to end this live. I gotta figure out this coffee situation. And but make sure y'all check out Dear Mike. One mic. Save my life. One mic. Go check the song out, Dear Mike by Serious Voice. And run it up, download it, purchase it, do all that good stuff. We got a whole lot more coming. We got Rockstar coming. I'm excited about Rockstar, man. Damn. I'm so excited about Rockstar. I'm excited about some other songs that I'm not going to mention because I can't be giving y'all everything all at once because you guys are going to be like, whoo, that was a lot. I need a break. So I'm going to give y'all a break now. But the next video that I'm going to do, which is probably tomorrow, we're going to talk about this industry party a little bit more in depth. We're going to talk about my experience on Sway in the Morning. We're going to talk about my documentary. Rap Queen, the Serious Voice story, which is being revived. I had a camera crew with me when I went to Sirius XM and did the interview with Sway and Heather B and all the whole crew. That was phenomenal, yo. That was like that was so phenomenal. Like, Sway came out of the studio, greeted me, we chatted. He was like, "Your voice is okay." Yo, I was really blessed. I keep looking at the footage and I'm really blessed. But let me get out of here. Tomorrow morning we gonna chop it up. I gotta go make the donuts. I gotta go pay the bills because Bill shows up and she never leaves. She never leaves. Bill never leaves. Bill is always around, always wanting stuff. So let me get out of here. Thank you so much, Cloak. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to Serious Voice TV. Tell your auntie, them, your friends, your family to tune in to Serious Voice. I'm 99% serious and 1% silly. Peace.